Hello and welcome to a new video. We've had some progress, which is good. We've got some things promised for next week, which is also good. And we've had a couple of mistakes that, thankfully, me being here, I've been able to spot and hopefully change before they are not able to.
Hello there, I'm Andrew and I've wanted to build a villa on the Algarve for many years. I can't quite believe it is finally happening. Please follow me on my quest to make a net zero home in the Algarve.
That there's a hole, and this hole has been dug to put the rainwater tank. They haven't quite finished it yet. They need to make the hole quite a lot bigger for the tank, but hopefully the tank is coming over the next couple of weeks anyway. And what you can also see is the drainage from the builder's lavatory. And that reminds me that none of the drainage has been done yet. I'll show you. You see all these pipes along this wall. All these pipes are to go into the drain. And as you can see, at the moment, they're all sticking out in mid-air. And that is because the final height of the ground outside will be above those pipes. The waterproofing has been put, and this is where you can see it has been applied, almost like a first plaster coat, and it's been put all around the swimming pool, and I'm told that this is the waterproofing. But that leads me on to this. So you can see where the steps are marked into the pool. Well, that is not what we have agreed. That was on the original plan, but we asked for something different. And the engineer has our drawings, and I've just messaged him to ask him to stop this work and redraw the pattern. Now, what we have asked for, if I can sort of point to you there is a large step in the corner here, and then a smaller step below that to take us down into the pool. The reason for this is that we thought that if someone has babies, very small children, then that large step will be a great thing for them to sit on and allow the babies to be in the water, but not to be in too deep a water. Problem number 2. This problem is that the bath which is fitted into this room, and as you can see there, or you can't see there at the moment, I'll show you in a second. I came to site yesterday to see that the bath had been set in concrete, the way that they do it in Portugal. I was angry. I ripped the bath out of the concrete, which was thankfully still wet, and went and said in no uncertain terms to the workers, no, the bath does not go in concrete. I then called the engineer and he smoothed everything over, and now they understand what they have to do, which is to make the floor up and then put the bath on the frame with the legs on the floor. I'll just show you that. So the bath in all its glory, and you can just see down there where there's a bit of cement still on it, or concrete I should say, and over here because it was wet the builder was able just to smooth it off and push it across and make it flat for the bath. But what I don't see here is a drain for the bath. So, well, not my responsibility, their responsibility. But we'll see how that one comes out. I do hope that the render is given a second coat, because just look at this. You can see where the mesh is underneath, and there are big strokes here, and I'm not sure it being that thick is going to stand any sort of drilling, and let's face it, we are going to put in quite a lot of outside lighting. We've been told, and the engineer agreed, that we should put stones on top of the pergola in the same way that we have these stones put on the top of the house, and you can see just sticking out and almost imperceptible, but they stop the paint being water damaged and marked when it rains. So we asked the builder to give us a quote for putting stones on top of our pergola. This would mean that when the pergola is painted, then the paint will not get dirty because of the dust that collects on top of the pergola. However, the quote we got for just putting some stones on the top of this pergola was €4,465. Now, it's not surprising that we said, no thank you, we can't afford that. And thinking back to the pergola that we had in our last villa, that wasn't painted and it was never a problem. So we may end up with just having the pergola rendered but not painted, and see how that goes. I've just noticed these. They've made holes in the insulation to put these brackets that are not insulated behind, and all of these, whatever they're for, are thermal bridges. We will have to get that seen to. I want to concentrate on something a little bit happier now. So if I show you this, underneath this tarpaulin are the doors, or the internal doors, and all the stuff to make the wardrobes. And as soon as the windows go in, those will be fitted. So probably start next week or the week after. Really starting to come together now. Another really nice thing that has happened is that the engineer became increasingly worried about me doing any of the plumbing work, the second fix plumbing that is, and finally said to both Kim and I last week that he would get their plumber to do it, and they wouldn't charge us. So that's great from one point of view, although the problem with the bath is just proof that, you know, we have to sort of really keep a close eye on this. But it means that when we come out next year to fit the kitchen, because we're not going to be fitting the bathrooms anymore, that gives us less to do, which is good. And on that note, we are now not expecting to finish until the end of January, and I think that is just the house. So we are going to come out in the first week of February.
Another thing that I have been able to achieve is to rearrange the bamboo so that people that sleep in the bedroom, the north bedroom upstairs, will be able to see the Monchique Mountains with a less cluttered view. Let me show you now.
This insulation comes at the 11th hour because on Wednesday next week I'm understood that the doors and windows will be fitted. What difference that will make, and I can't wait until I come out again and see what it's like. I will try and add some video of that at the end of the video. Now, getting back to the insulation, that's now on, but that's now they've then got to put a mesh on the insulation, and they've got to render the insulation, and they've got to do that before Wednesday. So fingers crossed that we don't get put back again. In the lounge area we can see that they've actually put tiles on the floor, and I presume that is to bring the height of the window up to the right level. So we've got them here as well. And look at this, no hole. It's finally been filled in, and we've only got one hole in the lounge, which of course is that one. So I'm hoping that that will get sorted soon as well. And here we are, the back door onto the eating area has also got these tiles. Well, that's the end of the video for this month. It's a bit mixed this time, I'm afraid, but I suppose that means we're getting, closer to finishing, and little details are coming out. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and just remember, if you can like and subscribe, it will really help get this channel out to more people and help them understand what we're trying to achieve, which is what I want to do to make the world a better place. Thank you. Goodbye.